What if the quiet hum of a country road, the distant chirp of birds, and the echo of a police radio could transport us back to a simpler time? A time where the village of Aidensfield felt like home, and the cast of Heartbeat felt like family. But what happens when the familiar faces that once brought comfort slowly begin to fade from our world?
On a cold winter's night that was.
From the charming local copper to the lovable rogue behind the bar, their stories didn't end when the credits rolled. Some were taken far too soon, while others left behind legacies we're still trying to grasp.
Take enough for me a drink.
What do you like? Tea, coffee, arsenic?
Today we look back, through nostalgia and loss, to honor the unforgettable actors from Heartbeat who are no longer with us. What happens when the man behind so many familiar faces quietly slips from our screens and from life? Barry Jackson wasn't a household name, but you knew him. Maybe as Dr. George Bullard in Midsummer Murders, the calm, precise pathologist who spoke for the dead.
I know the victim. I was in the maid only last night.
Or as the rent collector in Kathy Come Home, a haunting face in a story that shook the nation. He was that rare actor, one who slipped seamlessly into every world he touched, from Heartbeat to Doctor Who. Born in Birmingham in 1938, Barry trained at Lambda and spent over 5 decades crafting roles that left quiet imprints. Early on, he worked as a fight director under the name Jack Barry, before becoming an actor known for subtle brilliance. From films like Barry Lyndon to TV classics like A Touch of Frost, his work resonated deeply. Barry passed away on December 5th, 2013, at age 75, surrounded by family after battling cancer. No big farewell, just gone. But for those who watched closely, he left a legacy in shadows and subtleties. He didn't chase the spotlight, he became part of the light itself. What if the face that brought calm to chaos in hospitals and village greens alike was quietly fading, long before anyone noticed? Bernard Gallagher wasn't flashy, but he was unforgettable. His voice, his presence, that steady gaze.
Thank you, milady. Thank you for letting me have it.
Best known to fans of Casualty as Ewart Plimmer and to Downton Abbey viewers as Bill Molesley, he embodied characters with compassion and quiet strength. Born on September 26, 1929, in Bradford, West Yorkshire, Bernard served in the RAF Educational Service before finding his calling on stage and screen. From regional repertory theaters to the Royal Court and National Theatre, his performances were steeped in humanity. On television, he brought depth to roles across 6 decades, from legal dramas like Crown Court to beloved series like Heartbeat, where he played Graham Weston.
All right. Got everything you want?
Yes, Dad.
On November 27, 2016, Bernard passed away from pneumonia at the age of 87. No media storm, no dramatic farewell, just the soft closing of a curtain on a life of integrity and craft. He didn't need to shout to be remembered. He simply stayed.
Why does a love kiss stay in my memory?
What happens when a face becomes so beloved, so familiar, that we forget it won't always be there? To fans of Heartbeat, Bill Maynard was Claude Jeremiah Greengrass, schemer, charmer, the lovable rogue of Aidensfield.
You know what I mean?
Just go with the flow, man.
She's a lovely woman.
Behind the cheeky smile was Walter Frederick George Williams, born in 1928 in Surrey. He adopted the name Bill Maynard from a Maynard's Wine Gums advertisement, and with that sweet twist, a legend was born. Maynard's career spanned over 60 years, from sitcoms like Oh No, It's Selwyn Froggatt to dramas like The Royal. Even after suffering multiple strokes in 2000 while filming Heartbeat, he refused to let the curtain fall. His character was written out mid-series, but he returned in 2003 for the spin-off. In March 2018, at age 89, Maynard died following complications from a fall off his mobility scooter. "He just loved showbiz," his daughter said, "and we loved him for it. Greengrass may have gone, but the mischief lives on." How do you say goodbye to the man who brought dignity to chaos and calm to every scene? To Heartbeat fans, Derek Fowles was Oscar Blaketon, the stern yet deeply loyal ex-cop who watched over Aidensfield like a gruff guardian angel for 18 years.
So, come with me, watch and witness how it should be done.
But his story didn't start there. Born in London in 1937, Derek trained at RADA and built a career spanning comedy, drama, and everything in between. He charmed audiences as Mr. Derek on The Basil Brush Show, sparred wittily as Bernard Woolley in Yes Minister, and embodied wisdom and grit in Heartbeat. His strength wasn't just versatility, it was the quiet truth he brought to every role. Derek passed away on January 17, 2020, at age 82 from heart failure caused by sepsis following pneumonia.
The actor Derek Fowles has died at the age of 82.
Tributes poured in for the man who never stole scenes but made everyone better. He leaves behind 2 sons and an enduring legacy of warmth, humor, and humanity. Derek Fowles didn't just act, he lived every part worth playing. What do you call a man whose voice could quake with thunder or soothe like velvet, sometimes in the same scene? Freddie Jones was never just a character actor, he was a force. From Shakespearean stages to the wild world of Emmerdale and the villages of Heartbeat, his presence added gravity, grit, and mischief. As Potter Ralph Gias in Heartbeat, he brought textured unpredictability, complex like clay he'd mold with those expressive hands. Born in Dresden, Staffordshire on September 12, 1927, Freddie didn't begin acting professionally until his late 20s after working as a laboratory assistant for 10 years. A scholarship to Rose Bruford College launched his career, where he thrived and won the Lionel Bruford Prize for Best Performance. Once he started acting, he never stopped. David Lynch cast him multiple times, in The Elephant Man, Dune, and Wild at Heart, showcasing his range. Raw, theatrical, unforgettable.
Ladies and gentlemen, the terrible Elephant Man.
Freddie passed away on July 9, 2019, in Bicester, Oxfordshire, after a short illness at age 91.
Veteran stage and screen actor Freddie Jones, who's died at the age of 91.
He didn't just act. He inhabited roles and transformed them into art that left British drama forever richer for it. What if laughter was your legacy, but pain was your parting note? Geoffrey Hughes had the kind of warmth you couldn't fake. To Heartbeat fans, he was Vernon Scripps, bumbling, lovable, always scheming but never threatening.
One of the secrets of my success as a businessman was the Scripps family ability to turn adversity into opportunity.
He brought comic relief to Aidensfield, but his reach stretched far beyond Yorkshire's green hills. Born on February 2, 1944 in Merseyside, Geoffrey carved out a place in British television royalty. He was Eddie Yates in Coronation Street, Twiggy in the Royal Family, and the unforgettable Onslow in Keeping Up Appearances. Tracksuit, beer can, and all.
If there is a force beyond the universe, on balance, would you class it as A, alien, or B, friendly?
His comedic timing was unmatched, but beneath the laughs lay depth and truth. Diagnosed with prostate cancer in the 1990s, Geoffrey went into remission before a relapse in 2010 forced him to retire. On July 27, 2012, he passed away peacefully at age 68 after a courageous battle.
The Coronation Street actor Geoffrey Hughes has died after suffering from prostate cancer.
He made millions laugh, but more importantly, he made them feel. Geoffrey Hughes didn't just play characters, he made them real. What if the quietest man in the room left the deepest impression? Peter Benson made a career out of understatements, and he did it brilliantly. As Bernie Scripps in Heartbeat, the local undertaker and garage owner, he added a gentle eccentricity to Aidensfield's tapestry. Always a little flustered, always endearing, Peter's Bernie became a fixture of comfort amid the chaos.
I were never any good with cows. Tell you the truth, I've always been a bit scared of them.
Born in Wallasey, Cheshire in 1943, Peter was more than a TV face. He trained at RADA, performed Shakespeare, including playing Henry VI on BBC, and appeared in classics like Blackadder and All Creatures Great and Small. His long, slender frame and distinctive voice made him instantly recognizable, and unmistakably Peter. After 15 years on Heartbeat, Peter left an indelible mark on British television. On September 6, 2018, he passed away at age 75 after a short illness. Tributes poured in describing him as kind, warm, and modest, everything his characters hinted at. Peter Benson didn't need big speeches or dramatic exits. He just showed up, did the work, and quietly became unforgettable. What do you call the man who quietly held the heart of Heartbeat? William Simons wasn't just part of the show. He was its soul.
Hello, Nick. What have you been up to? I got into a fight at the pub.
As PC Alf Ventris, the wry cigarette-puffing Bobby with unmatched local knowledge, he appeared in every single series across 18 years. Fans can't imagine Aidensfield without him leaning against a wall, watching everything unfold.
Oh, very comical, I must say.
Born Clifford William Cumberbatch Simons on November 17, 1940 in Swansea, Wales, William began acting young, sharing the screen with legends like Laurence Olivier. But it was Heartbeat that made him a household name. Off-screen, he was thoughtful and private, a far cry from the fame his character brought. Despite playing a heavy smoker on screen, Simons never smoked in real life. Those cigarettes were herbal props. Beyond Heartbeat, his 6-decade career included roles in Crown Court, Doctor Who, and Coronation Street. He also became a patron for Changing Faces, supporting those with facial disfigurements, a cause close to his heart after battling severe acne as a teen. William passed away quietly from cancer on June 21, 2019, at age 78. He didn't seek the spotlight, but for millions of fans, he'll forever be the steady heart of one of Britain's most beloved dramas. As the dust settles on the winding roads of Aidensfield, one thing becomes clear. Heartbeat was never just a show. It was a feeling. A place where community, love, and courage came to life through the actors who gave their all. Though they've left this world, their spirits linger in every tender moment, every dramatic turn, every warm smile that lit up our screens. Which performance touched your heart the most? Leave a tribute in the comments. And if this walk down memory lane moved you, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more journeys into the past, because while time moves on, the heartbeat of these actors will never stop echoing in our hearts. We'll see you in the next story that time nearly forgot.